the singing chef. Then we make you sing and your taste buds wet. All we want for you to see is how we living in a blessed country. Yeah. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in again. Here we go. I'm Eon John, your singing chef show. Right? We always like, let's just get on with this thing. Today we're gonna do something that I like. I just love it because Guyanese got so many different influences, you know. Today what we're gonna do is show you Guyanese chicken and clove rice, right? Which is basically like a really quick way of cooking chicken, right? But in that kind of like stir fry kind of way, right? Okay, first we want to get our pan started, and I'm going to tell you what the ingredients are. So we go one by one. Chicken, right? If you got skin, leave it on, right? But if you don't have it, just use whatever chicken you got, right? We need these for the sauce, which is, shallots. And then we got like chicken stock, ginger, black pepper, a little bit of sugar. We have soy sauce, and then we have casrip, because casrip just is magical with all this kind of stuff, right? It's our version. And this is garlic, a little bit of corn flour to take in the sauce, and some clove for the rice. Okay, now I'm going to separate this all out. I think I've just heated up that pan, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this one going. Right? I need to get the rice going, because by the time that rice done, this gun done. Beautiful. Done! Okay, so we're going to add a little bit of clove to it. And be careful with clove, because clove is strong. Clove is real strong. So I'm talking about 2 little pinches, not too much. And let the thing just go and do whatever it has to do, right? Let me move the water over here, right? So now, what we're going to do is I need to put some oil in this hot pan. Because it's like what you do with a wok. But we got karahis here, so that's what we use, right? I want to cook off this chicken clean, because I don't want it to be influenced by any other type of spice or anything like that. So we get this oil going a little bit. Oh yes, I can feel it. Feel it. Right. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna put the ginger in there. Right, you can hear it. You see? You can hear that. Remember, cooking, one of the best ingredients that you can have in cooking is patience. Listen to that. So that is telling you I'm marrying myself to the oil, right? That is a very noble life. To ginger. Oh my gosh. And then I'm adding all this garlic. It's like, you see all this thing, it's like the food talks too. It's like, yeah, you're doing good, go along, right? Here we go. I'm gonna add even more garlic because I'm garlic crazy, but you don't want it to brown, so I better get on with doing this thing, right? Right, so what I'm gonna do right now is put the chicken in while it's like that. Boom. Watch. Right? Yeah, and watch that garlic wanna brown up, right? But it's only gonna brown, that's not gonna black at all. I don't want no bitter in this food. Yeah. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Yeah. And like I'm saying, if it was all skin chicken, but like thighs or whatever yours, this dish you can use whatever you want, right? The shoyu is all about the sauce. Is that thick brown sauce that you get after you cook the chicken, right? You have to put the skin down. But like this, you don't have to worry about it too much. We ain't got too much skin or anything like that. So it's called sealing the chicken, but I want to seal in the chicken flavor. So you have a different dimension when you get the sauce and it's going on. You get chicken, but you get the sauce on top. Although it seems like one thing, it's going to taste like it's just more varied, right? That's a little bit of the skill in cooking, right? You try to give, with all your ingredients, you try to give people as much of a variant that you can, right? And you see how this chicken is just whitening on the outside. I'm not gonna cook it all the way. Ooh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Lovely. Look how beautiful that's cooking. Man, I'm waiting for this thing. Yes, look how nice that's cooking off. I see it don't take too long. We're really only talking about 2 minutes each, you know, 2 or 3 minutes really. And I love it. And it keeps it really nice and succulent. It stays soft on the inside, so that's what you want. Who wants dry chicken? No, man. No, we don't want that. Okay, so there we go, there we go, there we go, there we have it. Beautiful. Right. Right. And you see how that's basically garlic chicken now at the moment. So what I'm gonna do with this, and you see how this is all cooking off nicely. I'm gonna take that out and put it one by one. I'm gonna put them right there because I want that to rest on the side. Right. And if you watch some of our cooking shows, you realize that these are techniques of starting a beautiful sauce or starting a beautiful dish where you always seal off the meat. Look at that. But you see how nice and soft that is? Oh my gosh. And it's a great way to cook like breasts and thighs and everything like that together. You just don't overcook it. You just seal it, and then once you get the sauce right, you go along with that. It looked good, looked good, looking fine, like it should. Okay. Yeah, is that chicken? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna develop the sauce. I'm gonna put the rest of the garlic in there. I'm gonna put the sugar. I'm gonna put the casarip, like totally my favorite ingredient ever. Right? And what we're using casarip is not like in like pepper pot. We're just using as a flavoring because casarip got all these elements of like molasses, like almost like the Chinese shoyu sauce. And so like we need to use this thing properly. And you see how that it's just turning into this bit. And I'm putting there, I just put some soy sauce in there. Now it's the chicken stock. Oh yes, believers. All right, right. We're gonna put a little bit of water. There you go. And we're gonna let this sauce cook, right? And that's got all the chicken in there already, you know. Like you don't have to buy it from anywhere. It's good. So let's clear this up a little bit. And put the rest of the sugar there. Nice, 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 like spice. Okay, we're gonna need more water in this. I'm telling you, I guarantee you that we're gonna need more water in that. Right, lovely. Let's put that in there. I am going to leave this to just cook. Right. I'm gonna bring this to a boil, and then I put the chicken back in here before I thicken the sauce, and you're gonna see why I'm doing this. Right now you can tell our clove rice is going really, really well there. Thank you, I'm very proud of you. Okay, right, so while we're doing this, I'm just gonna put these in whole because a lot of these are gonna, I just want the flavor, I don't want the texture. Right, that's in the sauce. Beautiful. Right, so you got that going on there. Okay, and I'm gonna put a little bit more of the clove in the sauce. Right, we're good. This is very similar, not really, you know, I know using the soy sauce, but like you got to realize there's so many different types of curries. Even the Moroccans got this wonderful curry that they do. You know, they use like more like the darker spices than the lighter spices. Okay, so what I'm gonna do while that is going off, I'm gonna leave that out there. This, take this off. And then, here we are. Right. I want all this to be part of this, right? So, like, none of my food would really be complete without wiri pepper. I remember this is not the hot one. This is the seasoning one. You just gotta remember not to wipe your eye or something like that and be stupid. But that's good. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's make sure that stays up and does what it needs to do properly. Thank you. We got lovely sauce. Excellent. Right, so this has come up to a boil. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all of these and we put it back in the sauce and let it just cook in the sauce with all these beautiful things in there. It's gonna be magical, yay. Right, we're gonna leave this and we're gonna just let it cook for about 20 minutes. The rice gonna finish and this gonna finish at the same time. Then we're gonna take these out, then we're gonna sear them, which is gonna be give it a nice little crispiness, and then we're gonna develop the sauce, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. Shoyu Guyanese chicken and clove rice.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of the singing chef. We gonna make you sing and you taste buds red. From the Cameroon River to the East Coast, my beast to the eastern shore to Georgetown City.
Okay, so guys, here we have our clove rice. I'm just gonna add like a little bit of that. Clove rice is really nice with this. Remember the Moroccan, like the tagine and all this kind of stuff, they use exactly the same kind of technique. And it's actually a form of curry, but we're just doing it in our Guyanese way. Yes, we're in GT, man. We are free. And then I got a little bit of passata, which is just basically a little bit of tomatoes that I just take it from the market and then I boil it up, turn it into like a sauce, and then I put it into these bottles and I pasteurize it so I keep the taste of tomatoes. Now up to our pan there, you see what it's doing? It's begging me, say gimme, 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 gimme. So let's gimme, gimme, gimme. Let's give it what it needs, right? What I want to do. And when you don't have skin, put it on the meatier side or any side that got meat. You're gonna see what I mean. Wanna take this out? Right. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. And that's gonna give it a lovely smoky flavor. This is when you take cooking from regular to being really sexy. Right? Shoyu Guyanese chicken with clove rice, right? And I tell you, if you taste this thing, you're gonna go be like, oh my God, such a simple little adjustment, and you can come up with something so great. But you know, life actually very often is not about the big steps; it's about the little steps, right? Yeah, you want me to just get this thing out, but I can't left the other things in there. I gotta just take out the meat. Okay, look, watch. And I am loving this. Oh yeah. Don't matter if you get some of that green onion, you know, the shallots and things like that. But I just want this thing to grill like this. You see how lovely that is? That's why I love cooking out so those like this, because you really can expand. Oh, oops! Like how you doing the oh yes, don't look at that sauce. That sauce is so bloody sexy. Like seriously. Okay.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of the singing chef. We gonna make you sing and you taste buds red. From the Cameroon River to the East Coast, my beast to the eastern shore to Georgetown City. I can win you what I call to the hinterlands, from the Quarantine River to Linden Town. All we want for you to do
corn flour with a little bit of water. Always add a little bit of water with your corn flour because it's very unpredictable. It might and just end up being really lumpy in your food, right? And you see how beautiful that is? It's almost like grilled chicken, right? But you know, you're cooking all this lovely, lovely, loveliness. Watch. This corn flour, and we just let it thicken up a little bit because that's gonna come back to the thing. Let me taste this thing to make sure. God, it's funny because calf's rib usually add instead of just calf's rib, when you add it and you're adding it to other different types of flavoring like tomatoes or soya or anything like that, it actually tastes a little bit chocolatey. And I'm doing a special one where I'm going to be doing chocolate chicken, and it's going to involve a lot of calf's rib. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn this off because that sauce, look, it's thickened already. Look at that, baby. Look at that beautifulness. Look at that. Oh my God! It's got like it's like this sauce just keep everything, and the chicken crisping up and doing that thing there and doing almost like a barbecue kind of thing. Boy, boys, I tell you what, it's a good thing I got. Look, my hand's not burned, but use a cloth. Don't do like me. It's stupid in me. Okay, right. And put it all back in. Put it all back in there. And this is gonna really soften the chicken and stuff like that. And that's all. You know, it's like it's a one pot meal, but really it's just a one pot meal done with two pots. But remember, this started out in here, went over there, crisp up, and then got the smoky and the caramelization, everything, and then come back in this sauce. So you're talking concentration, concentration, concentration. Good. And let me check out our rice. Look, you see how that rice is sticking out, our clove, right? You see how the cloves on top, right? I know that looks subtle to you, but like I'm telling you, that's gonna influence because clove is a powerful spice. And look how the little things sticking up. That's when you know that rice is absolutely perfect. So we'll be ready to serve up in a very short time. So we're gonna leave this to rest. I'm gonna left this, like cook a little bit, soften it, and then I'm gonna left this, and then we're gonna serve up and let it rest. Sometimes it's really nice to let your sauces and your rice rest, right? So we're talking 10 minutes, and then you're gonna have the most beautiful chicken dish you probably ever served up, right? With a little bit extension on knowledge that you already know. All right.
Singing chef, we gonna make you sing and you taste buds red. From the Cameroon River to East Coast, my beast to the eastbound shore to Georgetown.
Hey, all right. So what we have here, that's just looking beautiful, nice and glossy. Look at that sauce. Look at that sauce. See that? Beautiful. Right. So this is Shoyu Guyanese chicken with clove rice. And this is one of those dishes that we actually incorporate in Asian cooking with calf's rib. And this is just, let me just taste it myself. Yes! Okay. Okay, so we're gonna just plate this up. We have a clove rice over there. You see the little cloves in there? You think that won't flavor anything, but like cloves are so strong. Oh my gosh. You gotta be really careful when you're using them. But it really goes with this. Alright, so let us get some of that onto the plate. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. And I'm gonna pick my pieces of chicken that is going to go on top of this. Oh yes, look. The thing is with calf's rib, it's got like all the qualities of like chocolate and stuff like that. So this is just it's a beautiful thing to cook with, man. Really, really. I'm so proud to come from a country that you got like a ingredient that is like this. It's so individual and original and taste like nothing you've ever tasted anywhere in the world. Right? And look at that. Shoyu Guyanese chicken with clove rice. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of, I just want a little bit of green there. Don't want to mess it up. It's just to give you a little bit highlight. And that's good. So what we're gonna have is we're gonna have Miss Jessica to come in and give this a little.
Hi everybody.
Hi Miss Jessica, can you try our Shoyu Guyanese chicken with clove rice? I can't even remember half of these names.
I am so excited about this because yet again we're introducing Kasrip into
How we can use casrip and
Yeah.
not just like in pepper pot,
Yeah,
because
this
it
is
actually
not
got such a
pepper
strong
pot.
flavor.
This is just one of those ingredients in a Guyanese dish that gives it its unique. I'm talking about unique flavour. Maybe I should be tasting it.
Yeah,
Then
you
I
should
can
taste
tell
it
you.
because it's never been done before. You see how that balance? Because
Yeah.
I just love the balance. It's like almost like if you're doing Chinese cooking but using hoisin and oyster sauce and all this kind of stuff. If you use like just some soy sauce and then you use a casrip sauce and a bit of a really wonderful demerara brown sugar, it just gives you this, just across the board, just this really wonderfully balanced, complex sauce.
It is very, and it has a wonderful finish. You know,
Yeah.
when you have a flavour and the flavour just lasts in your mouth.
Yeah.
So basically, I haven't put anything in there since the last time, but I'm still tasting it, and it's finishing.
Yeah, it just
Really?
keeps finishing. That's why you get like what I call a continuous meal. But that's when you cooking, when you're doing like really sort of whole cuisine and stuff like that, is that you try to make sure that you get flavors that will last that long. Although the plate looks really simple, you get these flavors. And like we're doing this like effortlessly, just using stuffing Guyana, casrip and stuff like that. So this is how, you know, we want you guys to try stuff like this.
It's delicious.
You won't believe how
I
amazing.
would order this in a restaurant.
Yeah, exactly.
It's beautiful. It really
Exactly,
is.
and that's a Guyanese creation.
Come on, everybody! If you want to show appreciation to those that you love, either here in Guyana or overseas or wherever you are, cook them something special. Make them feel appreciated.
There you go. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for showing up again. Thank you to TBN and all the lovely people. And like, listen, we got it here in Guyana and we want you to come and taste it. So see you next time for another adventure. Love you.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of the singing chef. We gon' make you sing and you taste buds red. From the Cameroon River to East Coast, my beast to the eastbound shore to Georgetown City. I can win you up a boat to the hinterlands from the quarantine.
I actually wrote this song for when my little girls when they were little, to put them to bed. But it only made them more excited. You know, they just wanted more songs. So I was up there for hours playing for my girls. And this is one of the songs. It's called Butterflies and Fingernails. Little robin, rest your head, close your eyes and go to bed. Tomorrow we can sing another song. Butterflies and fingernails and all those funny, funny tales. Funny how a little dose can be so strong. I beg your pardon, I never promised you a perfect garden. I watched the sunshine turn to rain.
rapping, sing to me, teach me all your melody. The memories still keep coming on. Rainbows and the blue skies, better than I realized. It's funny how I knew it all along. I beg your pardon, I never promised you a perfect garden. I watch the sunshine turn to rain. I beg your pardon, I never promised you a perfect garden. Just a little something to ease the pain. Sunshine, sunshine. I watch the sunshine turn to rain. Well, sunshine. Mother stands there dressed in red, sitting by her baby's bed, giving love and attention to the young, hoping that he'll grow up strong, find somewhere where he belongs. 'Cause wild gardens ain't for everyone. I beg your pardon, I never promised you a perfect garden. I watch the sunshine turn to rain. I beg your pardon, I never promised you a perfect garden. Just a little something to ease the pain. Sunshine, sunshine. I watch the sunshine turn to rain. Well, sunshine, just a little something to ease the pain. Yeah, sunshine. I watch the sunshine turn to rain. Better sunshine. Ooh, sunshine. Sunshine. Ooh, yeah. Sunshine. Yeah. Another one, Daddy. Oh gosh. Hi guys, my name's Eon John and I'm the singing chef from the Singing Chef Show. And here we are on the set of the Singing Chef Show, and you see nothing's happening right now. We've got you know, looking lonely pots and pans and the you know, setup here. This whole place is actually built from recycled things that we found around Georgetown, which is really fantastic. And of course a bamboo frame and a lovely roof and coconut matape kind of whatever things that we hang from the ceiling, which I learned to do from when we used to be up in the Pomeroon. We lived up in the Pomeroon for a little bit.
Well, why don't you start at the beginning, Eon? I know because we've had some inquiries about who is Eon John? Where did he start? How did he end up from where he was born in Guyana to he back in Guyana? Just tell us a bit about your story.
Okay. Well, I was born in Guyana and I left here when I was about 12 years old, a long time ago. And went to United States, and I was and went to school there. My mom had like
2 restaurants. By the time she had written 2 cookbooks, and she had her own television show. Actually, that's really amazing. Since she's the second woman, to Julia Childs actually, who was quite big in America, you know, from the 60s, I think, or early 70s. And from there, I kind of dissipated to I went to Jamaica, and then.
Well, how did that happen? How did that journey to Jamaica?
You
don't just go, I'm living in America, my mum's
No,
got 2
okay,
restaurants, and then
okay.
I'm going to go to Jamaica.
Okay, my mom she used to cook for all the big music. We used to have big music festivals up there at University of Massachusetts. And I used to help her. She used to cook for all the artists and stuff like that. And at one of these festivals, the Wailers came up. Without Bob Marley, of course, he'd already passed away.
But he'd actually called your mother just prior to his...
Yes, yeah, he was at Madison Square Garden, and he actually called my mom. And I answered the phone. And he said, I'd like to speak to Sister Yvonne. I said, who's speaking? He says, Bob, brother Bob. Bob, speak with Mommy, it's Bob Marley. Trying to act not too excited because he was actually calling to basically telling what the band would like to eat so she can actually have it ready for them. They were supposed to be arriving the next day. But unfortunately, he actually took sick at Madison Square Garden that same night. And then he was never seen again in public. So I spoke to him, but I missed seeing him by this much. So anyway, when the Wailers came, they had like all the singers, they had the I-Trees. I met all of them and everything like that. I mean, like Glenroy Brownie, and you know, a lot of he was playing bass, and some really cool guys playing for the band. And I kind of talked to them about this story, you know, oh God, you know, how I miss seeing Bob Marley, and a lot of them remember that day, of course. And then one of them said to me after they had the whole experience, they said, why didn't you, they say, anytime you want to come to Jamaica, come to Jamaica, no problem. So it's like, really? They said, yeah man, plenty of room, just come to Jamaica. So spring break was about 4 months later on, 5 months or something like that. And I thought, wait a minute, I could get a bit of money from the student union because I was still due. I never took out loans or anything. And so I just got a little bit of a loan, and I bought a ticket and I went to Jamaica, and I landed in, you know, basically I took the bus from the airport to this Kingston parking lot. And if you know the bus parking lot in Kingston, oh my gosh, it's like landing in Lagos. Nigeria is mad. So I didn't know. All I knew was go to Kingston 19, and I only had like not a big backpack. It was like a backpack and a bag, and I had to walk out. And the guy said, just go out there and catch any bus going this way. And luckily, people that were on the bus, they're like, I called the wrong one at first, and then they said, no, you gotta get on, and then just stay next to the driver, or tell him you when you reach Kingston 19. And I told him that I'm going to see the Downies, the Brownies. And they immediately knew. Said, oh yeah, Clevie and Dalton and all of them. They because they were used to play for the Get Flat, the Bloodfire Posse. Everybody get flat. And so I reached Kingston 19. I just had to ask where the Brownies are, and people just took me straight there. And it just so happened that Glenroy Brownie, the bass player, was about to go take off, and it wasn't about to take off. He wasn't there. He was up in Port Antonio, basically playing for Jimmy Cliff at some hotel or something like that. So he wasn't there. But the rest of them, they went, oh, you the one from America? And I went, yeah. They said, from the concert, Massachusetts. I went, how do you know that? He says, well, you did talk about it. He said you were coming. I went, what? He said, yeah, you saw you come. He said, all right, sit down. And they said, just put on your bag. Put on your bag. And I sat down. They gave me something to eat, proper welcoming. But that's how I went to Jamaica. Ended up, actually, instead of staying for 2 weeks, I ended up staying for more than 9 months. Then after that, something changed in me.
Bob Marley's spiritual advisor took you under his wing, didn't he?
Well, Bagger Brown, who actually took me around Jamaica, and Yeah, I went to probably walked around Jamaica about three times with him, and I learned so much about the food, like Ital food, and just fantastic, and the culture and all this kind of stuff. And then something in me broke, and I couldn't really go back and settle back in the United States. I had to go and try. I just knew I was going to be traveling, so I ended up going to Germany, then Spain, then to France. I did a little bit in Italy, came back to Germany, and then I ended up in London. When I ended up in London, I just went, oh wow, this is cool. And that was about 30 years ago.
Eon, so I think the story of your life possibly couldn't be contained in a few minutes chat. So I'm going to make this into a two-parter. So we've got to England, and that was a great adventure, and we'll commence that journey the next time we speak. And thank you very much.
Cool.
Very interesting.
Cool.
Bye now.
Next one.
So welcome to the world of the singing chef. Let me make you sing and your taste buds wet. All we want for you to see is how we living in a blessed country.